Do you even know when your websites are down?
Hi, this is Neil Walters, the creator of website-garden.com. I started in SEO several years ago, and I built my own private blog network containing maybe 100 or more blogs, and plus some of my own websites that are monetized. And over time, I realized that sometimes these websites were down, they had issues, and I didn't even know about it. So over time, I built a database and then the system that you're seeing today to be able to track these things. And now I decided it's not just for me, I should make this system available to anybody else who wants to use it. So we put a lot of love and labor in this system, and let me show you some of the features. So there is a page here called Down Websites, and you can see actually I'm not going to give you the count, but too many of mine are down right now, which means either they're bad domains or we just never put anything on them. And you can choose whether you want to monitor a site or not. You can also check like whether the site is monetized. So this one I said was monetized, but it really isn't. It was a website about cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. And it's just a blog. I was hoping to monetize it one day, but it's down right now. And I really don't know why. But let's just show you some of the things here. So let's say I want to know how long it's been down. So I go here and I click Uptime History. And it actually turns out it's been down for like months and months and months. So if I scroll down here, this is the actual statistics. We actually monitor every website by default every 4 hours. And then if you want to buy extra credits, you can monitor it every 5 minutes all day long. So if you scroll down here, you see a couple different graphs. One is the HTTP status codes we get when we check your homepage. And like here, even though it's down, we got a timeout error some of the time. We got some unknown status code. But in a real world scenario, hopefully you're up, say, 95 to 99% of the time and down only a small part of the time. We also check response time. So we basically grab your home page and that we tell you it takes like 1 or 2 or 3 seconds, and we draw a graph based on that. The final graph here is just a line graph of the response time over history, just in case it's getting better or worse. You might like to know about that. Now I'm going to go back to the prior page we were on. From here, of course, you can check the site. You just here click Visit Site. It'll open that site in a new page, and you can see what the site looks like. Let's just do that. It just says here, the site cannot be reached. So now let's suppose I need to go work on that. And once you have a private blog network, you might spread it across many different hosting companies, right? So let's click Edit on this domain and find out where it's hosted so I can go figure out what the issue is or fix it or report a problem with that company's support system. Okay, and this site is actually hosted on EasyBlog Network, which is a great way to keep your private blog networks up and running. And for example, here I can say, no, it's really not monetized. I can uncheck that box, and then I can basically save this page. We also sync with your registrar. We do the common ones like GoDaddy, Namecheap, NameSilo. We're probably going to do Cloudflare, and we're going to do others in the near future. Down here, you can see the SEO statistics, the most recent ones for the site, and we'll get into the history of that in another video and how to check all that. Now, let's talk about alerts. This is from the left menu. I chose alerts, and I want to create a new alert. So I'm going to click here and say Add Alert. And we use a domain, so I'll do that same one, CryptoBB, example. And then we have different stats you can do alerts on. We have Majestic Trust Flow, Majestic Links, Majestic Referring Domains, Moz Domain Authority, Moz Links, and the website down minutes. So I want to say here, if the website is ever down for more than, and this is where you have to think, if we're only monitoring it every 4 hours, then you kind of need to go in line with that. So let's say if it's for 8 hours or 4 hours or whatever, I'm going to say if it's down for 8 hours, then I want to send myself an email. And then I basically put in my email address here, and we basically have the code done to do SMS test messaging as well. We just need to implement that with our company that does the service for it. It's a lot of paperwork to do that, and that will be done very soon. And then you basically just save the alert after you put in your email there. So another type of alert you might want to do is like notice if the Majestic Trust Flow is dropped. Like say if it's been 20 for the last year and it drops below 20, you might say, well, if it's less than 20, I want to get an email. And we check that every Friday. We check the SEO statistics every Friday or Thursday night, Friday morning, basically. So from this alerts page, you can see the domains you have, the emails, whether you can temporarily disable it, you can edit it, delete it, and so on. Another thing we do every Thursday night, Friday morning is we take a snapshot of your homepage and you can compare it from week to week. So here's another old website of mine called cmstrainingvideos.com, and it got hacked. So it was getting like apparently non-responsive, and then it was hacked. So we'll allow you to set up an alert on that if that happens. Also, every Friday morning, we kind of send a summary of your websites and how they're doing, and the screen compare images if they're over a certain percent change. Like we detect how much the page changed, and if it's over like I think it's 50-60% change or something like that, we include that in an email to you. So who is this for? We basically have plans for small companies that just have like 1 or 2 websites and you're the owner, or we have plans for SEO agencies that might have 10, 50, 100, or 200 websites. So you can take a look at that at website-garden.com. And we have lots of other features I didn't show you in this video. I wanted to keep it short. So I'll be doing a series of little videos like this, hopefully 5 to 10 minutes each, that will show you the different features that are inside of website-garden.com. I hope you join us, and we'll see you on the inside.
What are you waiting for? Start monitoring your websites today.